Hello everyone, my name is Joey here for DFB, and today we're going to be taking a look at Red Rose Taverne. This is a pop-up restaurant done Disney style. It's an homage to all things Beauty and the Beast, and it's just in time for the feature film to hit theaters in less than a month. Instead of going through the trouble and the expense of building individual places for Belle and Beast and Gaston and everybody else, those clever Imagineers decided to borrow Pinocchio's digs for a bit. So if you're looking for Red Rose Taverne in Disneyland, head to the spot where Village House is in Fantasyland and you'll find it. As you can guess, this is a temporary situation. So our intrepid dining in Disneyland expert Heather Sievers didn't waste any time getting there to try, well, pretty much everything on the menu. As far as the atmosphere, it works. It's not much of a stretch to think you'd find this medieval-esque building in a small provincial town in France. If you're paying attention to the details, in this archway at the entrance, you usually find Pinocchio escorted right into trouble by Gideon and Honest John. A red curtain there now conveniently transforms the space. Inside, you'll normally find Pinocchio perched above the ordering area. He's been packed away for a while and replaced with an enchanted rose under a glass dome. Throughout the space, ample curtains and artwork cover over the original murals and pictures and introduce the characters at hand. It's interesting that you have a mashup of cartoon and motion picture characters. For instance, here we can see Gaston in all of his splendid animated glory, but over at Miss Potts' cupboard, you see everyone's favorite housekeeper turned teapot as she'll appear in the live-action flick. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the food. Featured selections here include a combo of themed items and some entrees that are a little less so. Don't worry if your whole party isn't into Beauty and the Beast, you'll find food that will please everyone. First up, we wanted to take a look at the greens. This is the chef's chopped salad and is the only salad on the menu. A combo of lettuce and cabbage plus bacon, apple, hard-boiled eggs, blue cheese, and garlic croutons. It was tossed lightly with an apple vinaigrette. We really enjoyed this when the produce was fresh and the toppings were a great combination. We especially loved the julienne apples with their tart sweet crunch. The croutons were crunchy and fresh, and the apple vinaigrette was very good as well. While we enjoyed the salad as is, adding chicken is an option if you'd like to up the protein a little bit. Next up, we tried two of the flatbreads. First, we dug into the garden mozzarella flatbread. It's really pretty and colorful and fresh looking, right? With fresh mozzarella, whole tomatoes, and fresh basil, we expected a lot here. Unfortunately, we didn't really find it to be all that amazing. We felt it lacked flavor, and the fact that it came out cold didn't do it any favors. Truth be told, we think it's fine, but we really wouldn't rush out to get this one again. There are much better options on the menu ahead. We also tried the Poutine flatbread, and seriously, we were hoping to love this. But alas, we didn't. Although it wasn't really bad, per se, the toppings were pretty sparse. There wasn't much slow-cooked beef, and we didn't see any cheese curds at all. While there were a few pommes frites sprinkled around, the rest of the toppings were sort of jammed in the center of the bread. As with our other flatbread, this one was served cold as well, clearly signaling a timing issue in the kitchen. Obviously, this was an opening day issue, so we're willing to give it another chance after the kinks have been worked out. On the other hand, the slow-cooked beef poutine, one of the two dishes we were most excited to try, was a home run. It hit many traditional poutine notes while also taking a few liberties with its combo of braised beef and gravy over seasoned waffle fries with the requisite cheese curds. It's topped with pickled onions for a piquant contrast. The flavors here were a hit, and we would 100% get this again. That said, regular fries might be an awesome option, although the waffle fries do stand up well to the heavy toppings. And the pickled onions might not appeal to everybody. Grilled onions would be a really great switch. We also tried all of the sandwiches. They come with your choice of pommes frites or apple slices, and the pommes frites taste just like the ones from Cafe Orleans. Now, if they would just give you some of that dipping sauce as well, that would be awesome. First, we'll dig into the one that Heather was the most excited about, the enchanted cauliflower sandwich. The sandwich is loaded with veggies. You'll find a grilled cauliflower steak, spicy lime aioli, battered green beans, lettuce, and tomato. Heather really loved this sandwich. The hearty slice of cauliflower was filling, and the tempura green beans are somewhat similar to the panko breaded long beans from Trader Sam's, which is awesome. Just a word of caution though, the aioli tasted more like mustard than mayo to us. So if you're not a mustard lover, you may want to request the sauce on the side. Overall though, this is a great addition to the park. It's really nice to have another vegetarian option within Disneyland. The chicken sandwich a la Lumiere, on the other hand, wasn't really our favorite. To begin with, there's a whole lot going on there. The grilled chicken sandwich comes topped with apple slaw, onion bacon jam, and fried cherry peppers. Any one of those things would probably have been plenty. It was spicy, it was sour, it was sweet. In a nutshell, it was a sandwich with kind of an identity crisis. All of those toppings were also trying to mask a dirty little secret. The chicken breast was dry and overcooked. Come on, Disney, restaurant magic dictates you can make a succulent chicken breast. Let's make it happen. And besides, we love Lumiere too much for his sandwich not to be awesome. Next up, we tried the Angus cheeseburger. This is your average Disney burger. No problems to report and no highlights to share either. If you want a solid Disney burger, this is your guy. But then we came to what is easily the heartiest dish on the menu, Beast's Burger. It's an Angus beef patty topped with slow-cooked beef, Gruyere, caramelized onions, lettuce, tomato, and horseradish aioli. Basically, it's the love child of a roast beef sandwich and a burger. This is so much meat. The flavors are a fantastic combo, but you really have to be a big meat lover to eat this one. Also, we would totally ditch the raw veggie toppings here. They just seem a little out of place with all this meaty, slow-cooked goodness. So after the entrees, we were already full, but there was no way we were passing up the signature desserts at Red Rose. We didn't show it to you on its own before, but we just had to try Gaston's famous Brew. This drink was a refreshing combination of apple mango punch topped with passion fruit foam. While we're not big foam fans, you need it to approximate the frothy head of a beer, which this definitely is not. Heather loved it. We were also super happy to see a Mrs. Potts Crispy here as well. But now we've come to what you've all been waiting for, the Grey Stuff Gâteau. This cult classic finally makes its way west and is totally worth the wait. This version of the Grey Stuff is a little different here than the version you'd enjoy at Be Our Guest in Magic Kingdom. Here you'll find white chocolate cookies and cream mousse wrapped around red velvet cake with a raspberry center, built on a scalloped shortbread cookie platform. While it was great, Heather would have loved an option for a solo bowl of the Grey Stuff. But we've saved the most beautiful option for last. This is the lemon rose cake. Seriously, we had to take a moment to just appreciate the way this thing looks. Officially, the description of this one says that it's a lemon mousse cake with strawberry rose filling. This one actually surprised us a little. While the flavors of the lemon mousse definitely came through, the strawberry rose filling seemed more like raspberry to us. Heather also saw little round berries that reminded her of lingonberry. And finally, there was a fun surprise layer of chocolate crunch just above the chocolate cookie base. If you're scared of floral flavors, there's no need to fret about this one. We didn't notice the rose in the mix at all. Overall, we visited Rose Tavern on opening day, and there were definitely a few missteps as a result. Food was taking much longer than we expected, and the lines were definitely long. We saw lots of people return food for issues of temperature or other problems, which probably didn't help the kitchen's efficiency. It's a little strange since this isn't strictly a new restaurant. Still, it's somewhat understandable given the new menu and a large crowd for the opening. As for how long we can expect to enjoy the Red Rose Tavern, there's no word on that yet. It's totally up to the discretion of the parks. Regardless, these dishes are pretty great overall. So we hope that they find a permanent home, even if Red Rose Tavern doesn't stick around long term. Overall, we'd recommend a visit. The food was good, even great in some spots, and hey, it's a cool place to eat that might not be there a month from now. But that's just about it for this one. We hope you get a chance to stop by. And whether you're looking forward to it, or if you have an experience to share, definitely let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave it a like, and definitely consider subscribing for more content like this. Once again for DFB, my name is Joey, and we'll see you in the next video.